And hello, Shock fans. This is your beloved soldier of the Inverted Cross, here for a RIPS Robot Mode review special. If you watched my last review, which was the Revenge of the Fallen Voyager class Megatron custom, then I think you guys know what's coming next.
Revenge is mine.
Okay, the thing I hated about the Revenge of the Fallen figure. Why the hell was the neck here? Didn't understand that. He didn't use the freaking solar panels gimmick in the movie. These were fine. The ones here on his arm are fine. It made me pretty mad, honestly, because he was my favorite character other than Megatron. In the movies, I've always loved the 13. The Fallen was awesome. I've always loved the character of Megatronus. And his movie design was my favorite because he had that whole ancient Pharaoh-looking robot look. Like, he didn't even transform in Transformers Revenge of the Fallen. Like, I think he transforms. Yeah, he transforms in Transformers RID, but this version was like it's so ancient that he didn't transform. I'm going to try to explain how I fix this for the neck. It won't be easy. Let me go ahead and show off some scale. Here he is. Now his feet aren't flat, so I'm going to hold him where he would be. He's a tall guy. He's a big guy. And I think Megatron would be taller than him if I didn't have him crouching. I reviewed this guy, I think, for RIPS Robot Mode reviews. It's just not up yet. You'll get to see it. If I haven't reviewed it, I'm sorry, but if I have, great. So just stay tuned for that. If it is on my list of uploads. I took off the piece back here that you pop on, which wasn't that hard to take off, and then I took off the other piece up here. I left this because I like the way it looks. The articulation on this guy is really good. The head was the main problem. What I did, I actually did this just a few hours ago. I took one of these pieces. Let me go and let you see the head sculpt because I love this head sculpt. It doesn't look exactly like he did in the movie, but it looks really good and I like it. What I did, if you guys know the little blue pieces that come with Bionicle, it's like the circle and then it has the peg to go into these sort of pieces. I'm not going to take it off because it's a tight fit. Basically, when you pull his head off, you can wedge it inside that, and then I put a ball joint in here. That's all I did. Pretty easy. The neck was a bit more complex, and I had to glue it in. You take off the crap on his chest, and I'm probably going to paint this and cover this up eventually. What I did was take the stick piece here for the neck, the stem. I used one of the very thin Bionicle pieces that has 2 cross pegs in it. Slotted that into his neck. Then I put one of these pieces and a black piece here to kind of blend it in a little bit better so he didn't have a gap in his chest. Glued it all in. Might paint the neck eventually. I know that's not a very good explanation of what I did, and I'm really sorry. Maybe someday I'll take my the Target exclusive Fallen I've got and do the same mod with him if I have the parts, and I might just film me doing that so you guys can see. This fixed this figure completely for me. And I know there's other mods. I've actually seen some really good mods better than mine on TFW 2005. I've seen like one guy that used like a WWE wrestler's head. And not head, but like a joint and a rubber joint to cover the neck stem he made. So it looked like there wasn't even a piece there. It looked natural and flush. Like mine doesn't look too natural and flush, but the head can move and it sets in a proper place. See, before, all he could do was go up and down. Now he can look all over. And I made the head detachable so Optimus can hold the head like he rips his head off or something. Articulation for the rest. Shoulders go up this far. If you adjust the head, they can go further, but I mean, look as far as you need. The head is not glued on, by the way. You can take it off. I probably won't, but I might glue it on eventually. Shoulders can go all the way. These arms can't go in very far. This is as far as in they go, but they can go up. And to overcome, like I said, this doesn't bother me that the shoulders can't go further in because he has a rotation here, and then he has an elbow bend, a double jointed elbow, and then he has a hinge at the wrist, and he has I know this is not showing up very good, but he has a wrist swivel. I wish he had the ability to hold weapons like the remold they did of him that was freaking blue. head. You can swivel them at the waist completely free. Legs a bit iffy, but again, he didn't do much in the movie that would require huge kicks and stuff. They rotate all the way pretty much. They can go in and out like this. I think that's for transformation though, but it works. There's a swivel here. These are on a very limited ball joint and they can swivel. The knee can bend that far. And the feet, they're a bit useless as far as they go for anything like boat. Well, for like ankle tilts or anything. There's no ankle tilts. They're just spring loaded like the first movie Voyager Megatron. Basically, I will say, as far as the gimmick goes on this guy, I like how it looks here, like on his arms. It's fine. These translucent pieces are fine. They're perfect. I like them. But I mean, he didn't absorb. It was like Hasbro made it seem like he was going to absorb the sun with solar panels on his body, which made like no sense. Oh, also these can go up on that same joint that lets them go in and out. This is a really awesome figure, and he didn't transform in the movie, so I don't feel bad about disabling the ability to transform on him. And the color, I love the colors of him. I love the orange highlights. He just looks awesome, and I'm glad I did this, and I'm glad I didn't break the thing in the process of doing it. Really, and it doesn't even look too bad from the side because the shoulders cover up a lot. I'm just glad I was able to get this mock done. I'm thinking because I use Lego parts, but I'm glad I could get this figure, this custom made. I'm really happy with it. And another gimmick I will show off, or I might not show it off completely. You can basically flip. Move the legs down. Sometimes this restricts movement. That's why I don't really do it much. You can flip these pieces right here out, and there's some on the back of his arm here. And basically, you can fiddle around with this until they connect. Now in the movie, I think these stayed connected and he like fully moved, but these will limit what you can do, and I just fold them to the back, and they help fill them out from the side so he doesn't look too hollow, because he was supposed to look empty and skinny anyway. I know I've gone on way too long about this figure. This video is going on 7 minutes now. Let me just say, if you can do this mod, there are other ways to do it, but if you can give this guy a neck, if you like the Fallen as much as I did, not too obsessed about getting a leader class one or anything, but this made me happy because Voyager's I usually go with Voyagers and Deluxes for my main display, unless it's like something like the G1 Megatron that I got and the couple customs like that. But yeah, this looks really good, especially with my like Dark of the Moon Soundwave, Dark of the Moon Shockwave, Dark of the Moon Starscream, and Revenge of the Fallen Megatron like on the shelf for my movie Decepticons. Hope you guys have enjoyed this review. Sorry if it was if my hands got in the way a bit. Sometimes I just lose track when I'm doing stuff like that. But let me just say, this thing has every posability you would want, other than ankle tilts. I wish it had ankle tilts, but it has everything else. It's got like I said, the swivels here, double jointed elbows, really good shoulder range, and thanks to my mod, the one thing it really desperately needed, a head joint. So until next time, this has been your beloved Soldier of the Inverted Cross, Rip the Full-Blown Freak Show, signing off. Farewell.